Hi, my name is Judy Chappell. I'm 34 years old and I work at Wisner Medical Clinic. My day starts at 5:30 with a pot of coffee and breakfast with my husband. Then it's off to work. About 8 o'clock I go in, turn everything on, get the day prepared, and we get a few minutes to just hang out with each other, my co-workers and my doctors. They are a wonderful group. I love each and every one of them. One of my favorite parts about my job is getting to interact with the patients. We get to build a relationship with each and every one of them. Sometimes it makes it easier when the patient feels like they are with family or with friends, and it just makes their day better. Showing them that kindness, the same kindness that God shows each and every one of us. I know you're not here tonight to hear me talk about my job. I should be talking about what Fresh Start has done for me. And Fresh Start has done a lot for me, but it's hard to think about who that old person is because that's not me anymore. Fresh Start taught me that I'm a new creation, and that's how I live my life now. But let me share a little bit about who I used to be. From the time I was a child, I grew up in a verbally abusive family. I learned how to lie and manipulate a situation to be able to just live life because of my father. And I remember for years just wanting to run away. And when I was 14 and he died, I thought that that was my freedom. I was finally free. Yet, the older that I got, I would continue in all the things that I had learned as a child, the lying, the manipulating. It just got easier. It got more developed, even into my marriage. I married basically the same guy that was my father, and so the cycle began again. I began drinking to cover up the pain. I began to do drugs, and as the years got worse, the drugs and the drinking got more and more, until the point that I didn't know who I was anymore. My kids come to me one day. I was sitting in the kitchen on the floor just crying, and my little girl come and sat in my lap and she hugged my neck and she said, "Mama, why do you cry all the time?" And I realized enough was enough. I had to stop covering up the pain, and I needed to take care of my family. Things had spiraled out of control to the point I was put in jail and released on probation with the terms of a 2-year outpatient rehab. I thought it was pretty easy. I went through the program. I did everything they asked me to do. I went through AA, and for the first year, all I did was play the program. I was just fooling them and myself. They finally caught up with me, like I said, after about a year into the program, and threw me back in jail, this time for 3 months. So while I was in jail, I picked up my Bible for the first time in years, and I started to build a relationship with God. This went on for about 3 months, and then I got out, went straight into my second rehab for 30 days, and was thrown back out into the world again. I treated this program just the same as I did the first one, except this time I lost touch with God. And then once again, I'm thrown back out into the world. It didn't take me long, and I was right back in jail. I was supposed to go back for 3.5 years, but God intervened. And that's when I was introduced to Fresh Start. I don't know how to explain the experience when I first got there, but it was warm, it was welcoming. I was shown God's love, and I didn't even know that's what it was. All I knew was these girls had the same background I did, and the joy that they had, and they didn't look ashamed. I wanted what they had, and I knew that I was in the right place. And that's exactly what God gave me. They taught me all I had to do was believe and ask God to forgive my past, and that's where it would stay, in my past. So if you ask me who I am, all I can really say is I have an incredible husband who puts God first and leads our family. I have beautiful kids. I have a job that I love to get up and go to every day with the most amazing people that know how to work as a team. I love my job. I have a church family that's there that loves and supports me. I'm grateful for the life that I have today. I have Fresh Start to thank for that, and I have God to thank for that.